Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Crystal Shadow Work. So this is going to be a light seer tarot reading for mid-January. Now this is a timeless reading. Whenever you feel guided to it, it's meant for you. I just always like to put the timestamp for when I do the uploads for those of you that like to know the energy I'm connecting with, right? So right away, Three of Swords is on the bottom. So somebody is going through some sort of loss, right? They could have already had this happen. It could be going on now or it could be coming. Take these readings however you feel fitting, past, present, or future, okay? So there's this energy very strongly of, somebody going through a loss or something here, something painful, right? Right when I pulled the deck out, it's the first card that I seen. Temperance is here, though. The angels are guiding something to you. I'm getting. You have to go with the flow at this time, though. It often takes a loss for something better to come in, right? It's like you have to be willing to sacrifice something to get something new. You need to make room for it, right? And sometimes you need to have patience. You need to allow time to heal. So I'm getting, some of you are getting put in this place of healing actually, where I feel this loss already occurred and now you've been going through this healing and something new is going to be coming in. And that's a very big message for a lot of you because 2022 is a big year of balance. And unfortunately, a lot of us were stuck in toxic and karmic cycles and patterns, and a lot of losses needed to occur. And now in 2023, these new things are coming in, right? It's kind of like justice is now being served, right? And it's, 7 is a very lucky number, right? You could be seeing a lot of sevens. I just seen 155 on the clock when I said that. But look at this, the Empress with Two of Cups. So there's definitely this very abundant new beginning. The Empress births something very beautiful. And Two of Cups is about love, right? Divine love, true love. Now this could be about having love for yourself, compassion, love for yourself, and attracting the type of love that you do in fact desire, where that happens after a period of great loss. A lot of times people need to kind of hit like rock bottom, kind of lose it all to really finally turn inwardly and to start loving yourself and realizing that you're not going to rely on others to fulfill you, take care of you, support you. And a lot of times that's what triggers this beautiful Empress energy, right? Because it takes a loss and healing and a lot of inner work, and there's a lot that's put into this that builds up this Empress. You're just not born this Empress, right? So there's been a lot that somebody's been through here, right? A moon card energy came out very strongly as one of the first cards too. So this is definitely a strong energy of the unknown. Somebody is very much, going into this life of this unknown, right? Having this fear, uncertainty. But what's interesting with this deck is you see the white and the black wolves there. The duality of that. It's embracing the shadow side and the light side and the coming together. This is somebody that has finally been starting to embrace their shadow side, their masculine energy. I'm getting, I feel I'm talking to a feminine here, but however you feel fitting, right? But it's like you embracing both sides of that, and that is in fact that duality coming together is what triggers this unity of love, of true love, right? Because for a lot of these empresses that are coming into union in 2023, they needed to embrace their masculinity. They needed to start to take action, charge control of their life. And by doing so, they're triggering counterpart energy. And that's kind of what I feel like is going on here. Five of Wands shows me that there's been a lot of conflict and battling that's been going on. And this is where I feel that this Empress is starting to impose boundaries, starting to stand up for herself, really getting into her power and deciding, where she's going. So we had a lot of cards that flipped to what I was talking here. So we've got the Two of Wands. So there's definitely a new path. And in the standard Two of Wands, you often see somebody at the seer standing holding both wands. And it's often needing to let go of security and stability to head towards a new path. And on a lot of the decks, you'll see that the wand that they're letting go of is like bolted or secured to a foundation, right? And this one is just standing back in the corner. It's like she's fully let go of this lifestyle, right? This path has completely even moved away from it and is not even looking at it as it's even an option. And this is very beautiful because this is somebody that is already moved away from some sort of path and is not going back. They're not even considering it an option. This is somebody that's already like detached, moved away. They're fully embracing this new wand and they're looking on this one for adventure. And this is what I'm getting. There's this strong Empress energy of, she finally took action, letting go of security and stability. I'm getting back here in this path. This is probably where she had security and stability and a strong foundation because she's sitting on the floor. It doesn't look like she has very much. But she's got that globe right there, like the world. She's ready to adventure, right? But see, it's like that's a big step to fully let go of security and stability and what you know. And that's why the strongest energy that came out to me right away was the moon, because it's this energy of just being the unknown. But that's where, in fact, you find adventure and you find these new lifestyles and surprises and all of that is when you step into the unknown. So we've got this strong Queen of Cups energy coming out. And what's interesting is the Ace of Swords and then the King of Cups follows. Oh my gosh, look at that. Very high spiritual relationship, right? That Ace of Swords is communication, and it's also clarity, breakthrough, truth. Somebody could be getting the realization, in fact, that they were not with the love of their life. They were not with their twin flame. That it took them loving themselves and to move away from karmic patterns and people and situations and getting out of this conflicted energy and realizing, in fact, that by choosing them, by choosing love for themselves, that they triggered their true love. And that's a lot of, in fact, strong realizations is a lot of people are realizing that, in fact, their lovers were karmics, that they were false twins. A lot of those are coming out for true union to come together. So, if that's not your story, don't claim it, but that's what I'm picking up very strongly here. The King and the Queen of Cups, highest spiritual card. You're going to know when you're in fact with your twin because they're not going to be like conflicting so much. Like your twin will battle you, but they also embrace your dreams, your passions, your endeavors. They're going to be very spiritual. They're going to be very much on the same path as you, right? And you guys are going to be embracing each other. And I'm getting this very spiritual on both sides. If you look, he's like in a meditative or like yoga pose, right? He looks very peace and at calm, right? And can master and control his emotions. And she is doing the same thing and embodying all of these energies around here. I'm getting two very, very spiritual people. Between them is the Ace of Swords, and look at the light shining through here. There's definitely realization. I'm getting very strongly that this is love that's felt, more than words are being said. I'm getting very strongly like anybody could say like I love you and all of those things and those words. But it's like you could know when you're going on this path too. Sorry guys, I'm channeling, it's coming out fast. All right, so I'm getting very strongly that somebody's went through like a major ascension, activation, upgrade, right? Crown chakra activation, third eye. So it's like now you're starting to see things differently. You're starting to see how people are treating you. Maybe it's like nobody's changed. They're treating you the same way as they always did, but you're seeing it differently. You're starting to see it as they're treating you. They're doing things for you to show you love, but it's really for them. It's not really for you. They're doing it as kind of like, look at me, show you love. This is how it's supposed to be done. But you can tell now that it's not authentic. It's not genuine. It's like they're trying to do what's supposed to be done or what they want you to do or what others are going to perceive it as. You might even often see it as the love that they're showing and doing for you is really just feeding their ego because of the fact that they want that admiration. They want people to see. It's kind of like somebody that buys gifts for somebody but then wants them to show them off, right? For others to in fact see. look at what I did type of thing. It's like maybe you weren't seeing that before, but now you are. It's just, I'm just getting this very strong energy of like, you're going to see right through people that are not being authentic. You're going to very much see people that are kind of like just putting on a front, just, it's because you're not just seeing things now as you were before, because you were closed off with your third eye and your crown chakra, right? So it's like, well, now with the crown, you're getting the downloads, right? But you're starting to feel energy more. So it's like somebody can say something to you, but if you don't feel it, you're not going to believe it. You're just going to be like, you're just saying that. So you're going to start to see things. And so that's what I mean. There's this very, very spiritual energy. It's like people may have been able to fool you before, but that's not going to happen anymore. And unfortunately, some people are very much aware, will try to do everything that's right in a situation because they have insecurities of being alone, being vulnerable. A lot of people deal with insecurities of being alone. So what is that? Abandonment issues and insecurities, those type of things. So they will make things work to stay in a relationship because it's like, well, I'd rather have this relationship and be loved than not have anything at all. But it's not true love. See, and this is about bringing these true divines in, and especially if you're a very spiritual person and you're getting down your path and everything, you're not going to be able to be with people that are not authentic. You're not, if you're starting to spiritually awaken and advance, you're not going to be able to be with somebody that's not in that same level. And for a lot of these empresses and these divine feminines that are rapidly spiritually evolving, you're triggering your counterpart energy. So a lot of people are not going to be working for you anymore. Okay, so that's the message coming out for somebody. Five of Wands, there's a lot of people that are holding you back, that are causing conflict and strife. Unfortunately, for some of you, you actually have people doing this because they don't want to see you extend. What am I saying? Ascend. Some people, it's like they see that you're spiritually evolving and advancing, and they don't want you to outshine them. It's like, so I'm picking up on an energy where somebody is in competition and holding somebody back and causing problems and strife and all of that because they don't want them to outshine them. I don't know what that is. But we've got the Sun card here, the Magician. Somebody is very much getting their divine blessings in abundance. It's like you can't fight the universe, right? These universal blessings are very much coming in. Somebody is very much in their manifestation abilities, using their powers, right? So they're manifesting many options, right? And it's like, even though you can't fully see what these options are at this time, because there's a lot of hidden and disguises, but you're able to feel them, right? And see right through these situations. There's definitely a big choice that needs to be made here. Two of Pentacles. Right? So, okay. Wow, so there's a lot coming out there. But that is what's going on right now. I just seen 1313 on the clock. So it's a message for somebody to take a look at that. So, and I feel like that could have been very specific, not for everybody, but take it how you feel it fitting. Right? If you're guided to this reading, you were for a reason. Know that. You guys should definitely subscribe to my channel. If you have not, it's free to do so, right? Just click the subscribe button, right? And if you want to get notifications on when I do my uploads, click the bell and then click all, and you'll get all notifications. So this Three of Swords is coming out very strong. Look, here's Three of Pentacles. I've been talking about this 3-3 energy, right? About heart, mind, body, soul alignment. Look at this, the Wheel with the Devil and the Emperor. What? Fated, destined life with the Wheel there. But see, there's this devil energy. This devil has been holding somebody back. See, and the devil does not want these advancements, does not want these unions, does not want these divines to come together. So the devil is meddling. The devil's dispatching devil agents out into your family, into your friends, causing chaos, causing strife, all of those things. That lower vibrational energy. It's right next to the Star here, though, and the Emperor. What I'm getting for some of you is you could be dealing with for a lot of these Emperors, there's a lot of divine masculines that got to Emperor status, but then they got into that being in charge and control and that ego issue and kind of gotten stuck in there and are kind of being these very demanding, controlling emperors and not being very spiritual and closed-minded, and are being closed off, kind of being toxic karmics, right? Or karmic divines. I don't even like to say that, but unfortunately, it's like they are. It's like there are some karmic twin flames. It's like some of these divines, it's like they were pure, right? I mean, they're from the light, but it's like this 3D matrix has had them so controlled and so caught up in this world that they're letting that control. And it's like, I don't think we knew that dark energy was going to be so much, especially if anybody's been struggling with drugs and alcohol, right? Is those close down the chakras, and this dark, dense energy is really blocking out so much of the divine light, right? So a lot of, unfortunately, these emperors are getting controlled by the devils, right? So for some of them, they don't want to let go of the woundings. For some of them, there's just been so much pain that they're just closed off to love. So they're kind of in this energy of just being in charge and control, and not opening up to love in their spiritual side, because they can control what they can see, what they can feel, what they can touch. And that's having them shut off spiritually. And like I said, for a lot of these feminines, they need to be able to come together in union with somebody that's a vibrational match frequency, for them to be able to manifest, for them to be able to carry out their missions, their divine life path, purpose. So there's being a lot of changes that are being made here, because a lot of these emperors, right, they're needing to open up spiritually. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. I lost the message, but I guess they wanted me to, because not everybody's situation is going to play out that way. So they didn't, it could be very specific for some. But this, if you have any sort of toxicity surrounding you, you need to eliminate yourself from those 1707. And especially these feminines, because it's like, if these emperors are letting the devil puppeteer them, they're allowing access to this feminine, because the devil is getting to them through the emperor. So for a lot of these, like, you could actually be having to move away from your counterpart at this time if they're in this toxic energy. So like I said, you need to pay attention, 1733, on what you are seeing, feeling, right? You might be feeling differently about things. You might be noticing that you feel more comfortable away from each other than with each other. You might start to just notice these things. You really need to pay attention to your feelings at this time. I can't stress that enough, more than the messages that come out. You are being protected, guided at this time. There's definitely tower moments and 7 of Wands. You have to create those boundaries, right? See, she's elevating herself. She's staying in a bubble here. She's creating peace, right? You need to rise above these things, whatever you need to do to try to stay centered and keep your energy level up, because these things are going to play themselves out. But look, there's a tower moment next to a King of Cups and 4 of Cups. For some of them, just by you pulling back your energy can in fact trigger them to do some inner work, to go within, to kind of find out why. Because for some, like, that's why I say, like, with twins, that even if you come together but you're not in vibrational match, like, there will be separation and you come back together, because sometimes you need to be separated to in fact see what was going on, what the problem is, things like that, and then they can be changed. And that's why they wanted me to tell you, is not all of these emperors, it's like they can't be like let go of the devil. For some of them, it's just they gotta let go of addictions, right? It could be drugs, alcohol, but it could be mindsets, it could be things like that, fear, it could be inner child patterning, woundings, things like that. But there's a strong energy of this heartbreak, right? It's like this devil is controlling this emperor with heartbreak, right? And this 3 of Swords energy. And so something very painful happened to this person, and that's why the devil has a stronghold in this person, right? Something very much could have happened within a family, or getting that childhood wounding, right? Because the 10 of Cups is there representing the family, and I'm seeing the children right there. So it could be just an inner child wounding. Somebody could be having a strong, of not opening up to love, of feeling not lovable, so not allowing true love to come in. So they're staying in this dark, bitter energy. It's kind of like they're staying in that that masculine energy of just being in charge of control and being the leader, and not opening up and being vulnerable, right? And that could just be a wounding that they need to let go of. So that's what I mean. Everybody can heal in different phases and things like that. But that's what I had for you guys. Right at 20 minutes. I just seen that. So you should look up 2000, angel number. Alright guys, I'm sending love and light to all of you. I'm going to close this reading out here. Definitely feel free to check and whatever readings you guys feel guided to. Love and light to all of you. Bye.